Hey everybody! Yeah, today's Friday, July 26, 2024. It's about almost 9:15 in the morning as I'm recording this. So please keep in mind I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient. So everything is for entertainment purposes only. The full disclaimer's down in the box, along with the you can buy me a coffee cream soda, or there's the tip jar activated. And if you're interested in a personal reading, go ahead and shoot me an email and we'll schedule some time. Now we've got coming up on August 5th, where Mercury is going into retrograde again, and this time in Leo. And it runs from August 5th to the 27th. So, yeah, I will, this weekend, I go and see a couple places, and then before the 5th, I'll be putting in the applications on what really looks promising. And I know that paperwork and nonsense gets bogged down during a retrograde, but hopefully everything will be signed, sealed, locked down on the by the 27th, and so that I can round up everybody to help me move everything out of this place into the new place. But it's from what I'm seeing some places, and I'm going to see how things go, see where I end up at. And things always fall in my lap at the last minute, so I'm not too panicky about it. Now, something that I caught yesterday, some aircraft from China and Russia flew into American and Canadian airspace. Well, of course, NORAD and the Canadians all scrambled to get their aircraft up in the air. So it's kind of like a game of chicken, you know, when guys with the cars and stuff. That's what it was. It was nothing but a game of chicken. And they're pulling this stuff out to basically taunt the current administration. Yeah, it's basically a game of chicken against Barry Obama and the Davos dudes and the JoJo puppet and the Kammypoo. More on them later. But yes, it was basically a big game of chicken. They're not going to do anything stupid. Not right now. Not with the junk going on with stuff happening in Washington, because we all saw the stupid protests by Hamas because Netanyahu is in the States. He addressed Senate and Congress and called people out. Hey, they are useful idiots. And if anyone listened to Duchess of Narsussex yesterday, she called it out. These useful idiots will be the first person shoved into a boxcar. And they don't realize it, how stupid they are. And of course, Netanyahu is, after DC, he's going down to Florida. So you know what's going on there. And people are having fits. And now even those two YouTube commentators, I think they're out of the Kansas City area. They're like, you know, when you have to take something out, when you put a black mark on a document, so you don't want to see you don't want other people to see what it is. You know what that's called? That's the name of their channel. They're going on and on about how they're trying to drag us into getting rid of the Khomeini idiots in Tehran. Well, right now, nothing's going to... Those of us who know what's going on, we know that Kammypoo, I mean, she was supposed to be in charge of the U.S. border. Well, yeah, she did a really good job of allowing the 5-time-a-day army to invade the United States. And we're not going to do anything to Iran, because we would be fighting on our own. It will be building, if they did, we would deal with building to building, block by block battles here in the U.S. because look at, hey, Venezuela is basically in the same cohorts with Tehran. Caracas and Tehran are like this. And yeah, they have their armies scattered all over the United States. So it would end up being, no, we wouldn't be fighting on the other soil. We would be fighting on our own backyards, defending ourselves. So the U.S. isn't going to do anything over there until we get all their army stuck in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on their own ships. Yeah. But if you can, make sure you've got stuff to protect yourself. Because if they keep pushing this nonsense, it could erupt here in the States, especially if they get Kammypoo. And so we have to be super diligent and watch everything that happens during the November job interview. Because, yeah, it's like they're showing pictures of, oh, JoJo recovered from his bout of C-19. Oh, they gave him multiple doses of remdesivir. Well, anyone who knows the effects of that drug, normally within 72 hours, your internal organs start shutting down. So that's a line of bunk. But they may have him on a hospital bed somewhere hidden. It's not in Bethesda. It might be in his house in Delaware. But the latest clip that we saw of him was him walking down the portico, and he's a head taller than everybody. So, you know, they've got a body double out. And if you watch the movie Argo, you know how well certain people are at putting on masks. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. It is definitely crazy. And they're using a double for him. The real JoJo is, I'd say he's hooked up to all sorts of monitors and IVs. So if anyone's near, but he's stashed in a secret location that is not under typical Secret Service watchdog stuff. He's like in a bunker of their own creation, not the bunker underneath the White House or at Camp David or the Greenbrier. But there's a bunker near where allegedly one of his residences is. That's how well they've got him hidden. And they're using that speech that he gave the other night. People looked at his watch. The time on the watch did not match the alleged live broadcast time. Yeah. And whoever they used, they put on a lot of orange makeup. So that was a faux JoJo. And I was laughing, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, thank God I have a script for Compazine, because, yeah, I was eating a lot of chocolate and with the Compazine because it was so disgusting. It was like barf city. But they'll keep the puppet out and then strategically, after the January official handover, February, there'll be a big service for him. He'll just allegedly make it finish it up. That's with JoJo. Now, if anybody saw yesterday, Kammypoo's speech in Houston. Damn, that woman is just digging her hole deeper and wider, and she doesn't know to climb out. She had this big speech in front of the teachers union in Houston, Texas. Of course they picked Houston, because that's the most democratic city in the state of Texas. Houston is like, it's a port city. And people laugh because they said there's no zoning codes. I mean, somebody could buy a lot in the middle of downtown, basically put up a double wide trailer. And then somebody could buy some acreage in the middle of the cornfield of a cotton field and put up a multi-story high rise. It's just, Houston is a mess of a city. And it's a Democrat city in the state of Texas, and it's a freaking mess. So, of course, that's why Kammy went there. But even Greg Abbott said, hey, she didn't even mention anything about the women and the children, the young girls that have been forced across the bridge by the army that she's letting them invade America. She's going batshit about, oh, we got to get rid of the pow-pows, but we have to make sure that all the brainwashing materials remain in the school libraries. We know that she's touting herself that has African roots, but hey, Lady C did the deciphering and found out the background of her daddy. Her daddy's Jamaican. Her mommy is South Asian, like from India. Her mommy is Madras Indian. So, ironically, Rachel Mountbatten Windsor has more African blood than Kammypoo. But, yeah, it's... Kammy went on her little tirade about how she wants... Everything is supposed to, this DEI crap, and it's all equity. She wants everybody to be at the end of the game, be on the same playing field. Yeah. She wants us to be good little serfs under her communist empire. She's a figurehead to bring the communism that's going on in Venezuela and Cuba and the left-wing. Yeah, she wants to turn the United States, soon as she gets her way. The next thing that'll happen is Barry Soetoro and his Muslim Brotherhood will be running the country. So women, yeah. Do you want to be perpetually subservient to a guy who can legally beat you to death? If you even show your hair, that's grounds for total elimination. And Kammypoo doesn't even realize that she's a puppet for this. She's that dense. Yeah, I know Kammypoo. I mean, she was handed tons of evidence back in, after 2011, when she brags about how she was the first person to do a same-sex marriage. So big whoop. But she neglects to say, oh yeah, I could have taken down the film industry, but it's the corrupt idiots in the film industry that are keeping the illusion of JoJo around. Definitely. She had the evidence to take down to change things, but she chose to ignore it. So she condones the physical and emotional abuse and discrimination against women. She condones it. Oh, hell, we all know that she climbed the ladder by basically a casting couch. So that's Kammypoo. It's going to blow up because pretty soon more and more women are going to stand up against her. And her only backers are the people who are like loyal to Oprah Winfrey. These DEI black women that it's they're the ones that hate women with a fair complexion. They hate everybody with a fair complexion, and they think the world owes them everything on a platinum platter. That's the voting crew of Kammypoo and all the falsified votes that'll come in by these idiots, by the invading army. That's how they're going to get votes, which is not a good thing. But we've got, yeah, and they even now have, she is the puppet because they've now admitted it that through AI, they broadcast a phone call from Barry and Mikey, giving her their endorsement. It's pretty disgusting. Really, really disgusting. Now, the other thing that's coming up today is the opening of Paris Olympics. And like I said, it's going to be all hell breaking loose. Already, all the trains leading into Paris, all the railroads, at switching points, there's a lot of tampering with the railroads. Fires on the train tracks, switches busted, the Eurostar basically is stranded. Yeah. They're taking their orders from Tehran to disrupt. They're even, these Islamic idiots are even they're following the different teams around, basically having them forcing their vehicles to stop, and then they steal all their equipment. So, okay, they're shutting down transportation. They're stealing equipment from various Olympic team members. If a woman is caught by herself, she's being forcibly abused. She's lucky if she's left alive, battered and bloody. But they're trying to like cover it up by, oh, is Celine Dion going to be well enough to sing? And Lady Gaga? Yeah. Well, like I've been saying, it's going to be a massive replay of 72 Munich. And it's already kicking off. Yeah, they're trying to whitewash and throw smoke and mirrors up because of that woman on a equestrian team. They're putting that up front to hide the fact that I guess, yeah, Macron is being anti-Semitic, saying the Israeli team should get the hell out. I guess the Australians have been gotten hit pretty bad with theft. But it's going to be an eye-opener. Big time. Eye-opener. People will see what these people are like. Remember the 38 Olympics? 1938? Jesse Owens did some really good stuff, and you could see how Adolf was so didn't even, like, Adolf shook hands. I mean, go find that old documentary by Leni Riefenstahl, okay? And that's what the current edict from Tehran is. They want to make the Olympics their own ideology of greatness. And it's not good. Not good at all. There's going to be more human red stuff all over. And I keep getting the phrase, Paris is burning. There will be there's going to be a mass tragedy, and it's going to be the wake up for all of Europe and all those idiots in NATO and the EU. Hope they've got a good escape route. Macron is going to crumble. Ursula von der Leyen is going to run and hide. And the 5-time-a-day invading armies, they're going to be running for the beaches for their own version of Dunkirk. Charles is a history buff. He knows the history. He's just sitting back. Because once stuff hits the fan, he can dissolve Parliament. He can kick out little Justin. It will be... But people are going to try and stay stable until November. And they know that if they try to put Kammypoo in, that will ignite all hell breaking loose. So it's today everything that I'm picking up, it's the month of August. Remember, it's a retrograde. So everything's going to move slowly. And anything that could go wrong is going to go wrong. We just need to stay strong till the 27th. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. And so there's, yeah, it's so just try to stay entertained by watching the crap that Kammypoo. I mean, she's entertaining to watch her muddle through shit. And they're trying to figure out who her VPs. One's saying Pritzker, someone saying Newsom, someone saying Little Shapiro. I don't think anybody with a brain or half a brain is going to attach their name to her tail feathers, because they'll be their credibility will be destroyed for the rest of their life. A lot of people are going to turn down the VP stuff. Now, I want to thank everybody who's watching. Sunday morning, or my morning, 11 a.m., will be a live chat. So have your questions ready. Yeah, Sunday morning, and we'll be on for an hour, because I know a lot of people will want to have their electronic device open and then also keep an eye on what's happening with the Olympic Games. So, yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Shabbat Shalom. And I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.